Alright guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough in the United States. This is right after a crash, so I'm playing catch up kind of where I was, so bear with me. I don't know if it's notices that are up or just too numerous, so I'm going to go ahead and click through all these naval ones that are populated. I think we lost some boats there. China wants to join the faction. Got naval results. Ooh, that's a good hit. Yeah, because we don't even have a carrier in this fleet. Bunch of older ships. Alright, well, that's some of the notifications gone. See if that helps. Where am I at? Oh, it's definitely back quite a ways. Are these units moving? Nope. I'm gonna send them in. Man, if he gets air cav later, he'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. They're moving. They do have a rail line. Is this before the elimination here? Marines. Give them the order. Give them more to cover. Where's our European command forces? Give them this order. Make it happen, guys. Make it happen. Special Operations Command before things go poorly. Let's get on the line. Let's take some naval bases. Oh. Hold up. Here we go. Alright, we'll take those. And then I had European Command. Get 10 units. I want to make sure they're protecting the border still. Alright, and then this unit help defend. I don't know, at which point do I call it for crashing? It's like it's pretty miserable when that happens. We're just gonna walk these through. Looks like our airborne units made it. They get some eliminations there. No matter what, I'm gonna wrap this whole pocket up. Doesn't look great, but if some of them escape, they're just getting walked back anyway. I don't know. We'll see if the autosave will save. We got more naval results. I'm wondering if it's these.
Yeah, how's our carrier looking? Ooh, wow, both of them are really damaged. They might actually sink a carrier. Just with sheer number of boats, I guess. But looks like troops are moving into the ocean, so they don't have control yet. Um, I'm sending one back. We are going to compress this into a pocket so we can get the elimination. And we're going to go ahead for the clean elimination on all of this. Oh, they're trying to protect that airfield. We don't want them to have any more planes than needed. No. Move all the way up, my guy. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please. Maybe it's the naval results. That's the one thing I did different this time is I clicked through all those notices. Did we take an airfield? Looks like we took an airfield. So if we take all these airfields, I think we change the way of this game progresses quite a bit. Alright, we got some good eliminations there. Alright, let's check on the north. This is almost eliminated. Oh, I have to rebuild the rail lines. Why? Let's do a 6. And we're gonna want supplies. The damage is extreme from all the bombing. We're we're getting bombed back into the Stone Age effectively. It looks like we're not able to win through there right away at least. We took an airfield though, I think. Yeah, it looks like we did. So we are fighting for victory on that front. And we've got Marines now in position. So Marine Command here. We just want to push all the way there. And be damned the consequences. We'll probably get an encirclement or two. And that's all we need. Honestly, the most shock thing about this whole war is that we didn't lose these units right here. That's the most shocking thing. Yeah, and we just need to clear the Black Sea of all their navy, like naval bases. All right, notices. Let's check back up on notices. Russia. Oh, we can actually annex Russia during the middle of a war? This is probably terrible. But we're going to do it. All right, so we should. I think we have. Oh, okay, it didn't work. I was hoping that would give us a core region for all of our annexed Russian territory. Or at least a core claim. What did we... Yeah, we annexed this, right? How did we not get a core? I have a lot of questions about that mechanic. Very, very many questions. I guess I'm going to have to just annex. So who has core claims on our land? Russia, which does not exist. The provisional administration, or this, which also does not exist. So I have to take over this provisional administration because of the events to get my claim. Got it. Do they claim the whole thing? They do not. So that makes that infinitely worse. I'll have to release them at some point. And reclaim what has been rightfully mine. Alright, airdrop. So, airborne forces are doing something weird right now. Don't like that. We're gonna go ahead and just hit this as hard as we can. There's not enough units there for me to be concerned. Perfect. And we're just gonna eliminate this pocket and we can move on with our lives. Alright. They're gonna go back north. We're gonna take our airborne special forces units and they are going to frontline the push through this gap. The new Slavalki gap. So we go for this missile site. And then looks like we have an actual encirclement here. So we're gonna try and eliminate it. I don't know why there's a pocket, but there's a pocket, so be it. We're taking it. Ah, no, they're escaping somehow. Probably through there. In any case, we're taking it. And the Marines here are gonna run into these mountains and do weird things. We need to watch this. Right there. Okay, so their orders, whatever their orders are, need to get deleted. Special forces gone. Realign here. And push for this airfield. Through these hills and mountains and whatnot. Why are they up here? What is going on? What's going on up there, guys? It's a bit much for me. All right, well, we're going for the attack. Oh, naval battles. Let's read them. We lost the cruiser. That stinks. But it's fine. Looks like they're gonna lose an airfield. At best. That's all that'll happen to them. I don't know what they're doing. They're pulling all their units out. That's questionable. That's a questionable call. We are getting some good push up here in the north. Alright, we took all these airfields. We split this here. Their forces are divided. Perfect. We want to push on that airfield immediately. Force them all onto that right there. And just eliminate it. There's so much equipment too. It's just gone. That's beautiful. So we've got 2 big carrier fleets. Looks like we took this island. Alright, so let's deal with the Navy situation here. We gotta rescue Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And take the British Virgin Islands and Aguilar. I don't know. I don't know how that's pronounced, but close enough. We're gonna do naval invasions from oh god. Wrong button. Wrong button. Guess we can go from there. We're gonna take the port. That's one. The next one, also from there. And then we're gonna go to the airfield. And then the other one is also from there. So we're gonna take whatever this little island is here. And we're gonna activate that, so it should be going whenever they get to the launch point and have naval coverage. Then our Marines right now are doing work here, but we've done something crazy. I don't know. Let's just eliminate this island though. And we'll deal with the rest of that consequences later. Whatever's happening. Alright. Yeah, well, let's just go that way. Yep, so we took that airfield. Got a new border. Somewhat of a border, I guess. Alright, let's fix that soon. We're gonna go for this other airfield. Attack fast as lightning. The Blitzkrieg. The Lightning War. As we take the strait here. That should prevent any naval invasions, so that's gonna be pretty good. And looks like they are trying. I don't know what's going on here. They're like trying to reinforce this at Istanbul because they know how important the strait is. Let's make sure we're holding this line. I don't know what's going on here. It's such a mess. Like, we're fighting over an airfield pretty heavily. Up here, we're just out of supplies, I would assume. Yeah, so these are not under our control yet. Really need that railroad up too. And much more important to have a rail line there. We'll just put, yeah. Let's see, where is, make sure these are max. And we're gonna bump them up. Okay. Our fleet here. Taking damage, but we are eliminating whatever this giant fleet is. Oh, more damage. Oh, we lost units there. That's not great. More unread. We lost a sub. Killed a sub. What doctrine stuff is even left? I can't imagine there's a lot left to put points into defense, because I am a superpower now. I do not remember what I wanted to take. Recon bonus while entrenched is very... This is just general division defense. So definitely that. Org loss. Yeah, we definitely need all those. Those are huge. They're pretty offensive defense options. This gives the speed and coordination. Reinforcement rate. Division attack on core territory goes up. So defending Org loss while moving is huge. This reduces damage or casts. Basic defense. That's an encirclement penalty reduction. Holy. Yeah, org loss while moving makes us move faster. I want maneuver. Reinforcement rate is really nice. Speed or night attack, so we can hit them harder in the night. So it's 5% land night attack bonus, which is very rare, or reinforcement and speed. I'm going to go with speed and reinforcement. And then we're going to take pocket defense. Just so that we can live longer in weird situations. And then I can go ahead. Looks like how's their org too low when they're at 88 of 108? That's a crazy thought in and of itself. Just even the thought of that being too low. Alright, so they need every metal again. Supply consumption. They don't have a medal, so now they get a Medal of Honor. A lot of these don't actually have medals. That was kind of crazy. Nope. We're gonna keep pushing. And honestly, this makes 0 sense. So we're gonna go ahead and give a front line like that. Re-push the plan. Send them on it. And then we're gonna say all these guys are gonna head assault. Just right across the gap. Just make it across. Hmm. Yeah, where are they making it up here, or are they just all struggling? Seems like they're struggling more than making it. And we have split their forces up here. These mountains. Just what I hate doing, fighting in the mountains. Always terrible. Alright, so we won a naval battle here. We are not taking a good naval landing approach. We do have a pocket right here, though, which is going to collapse. And all these guys, rather than walking all the way around, could have just attacked through. Solve the whole issue. Alright, where's the edit mode? Grab that guy. Send the line. Look at that Chinese aggression while we're already at war. A bunch of dense unit packs there. That's great. Yeah, they're definitely having supply issues up north. Planes. How do we solve that? Fighters, 309. Move a lot of them here. Gonna help, but it's not gonna do a lot. That's so much they're short. It looks like we do have air superiority. So let's move to a bunch of airports that actually matter. Go ahead and get there. Alright, so 300 planes moved. We need 5 air wings. Go to these different airfields. Alright, that gives us a little bit of better coverage. We're gonna go ahead and keep supply where it needs to be. Nope, right there. And then over this. Okay. The Marines should be advancing pretty have healthy advances here. As we wrap up this whole section. Not a lot of Special Operations Command units here, but enough to clean up. So let's do it. A tank fighting in the mountains is a wild choice. Okay. Lines. Fixes. They do have some supplies here. Go ahead and upgrade what we can. View naval results. So we took a submarine loss there. I hope we save. Looks like it went through. That's good. That's really slow. Really struggling. And this is what, the 3rd time we're taking over Turkey? I think. And we are... How are we doing? We have 90% of the participation. China is going to have 5%, so they will be able to claim some stuff. Just not a lot, so that's good. CENTCOM. These do actually have support now. And it looks like one of the airborne divisions made it. Where is the other one? Why are they fighting? Like, they're like in this. Somehow that happened. I probably clicked on the wrong thing at one point, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just send them up into the snow. There's more mountains. Yeah, during the winter too. Not a great time to attack, but it's when we're attacking. Yep. And we are holding our own down here. So we've bought time while we clean up all these other areas. And that's about all I could hope for. Ooh, that was a good hit. Destroyers, frigates, they're all getting damaged. Yep. We are kind of getting pushed back a bit, which is a little rough. We're going to go ahead and just wait it out. Yep, so we got an encirclement here soon. Here we can go and spread this out a little wider. We're going to use this helicopter to hit the machine. A lot of snow. That's a port right there, too. Nope. Keep pushing. That looks like a helicopter attacking on a plane, so that's what we like to see. Not doing too much here. Just enough. Like we're wearing them down. All these small Aegean Islands are coming under our control. There we go. I don't know what unread naval results. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any. Alright. We did land. Like we get an elimination on some units. Couple naval yards so we can kill off some subs soon. Alright, that looks pretty good. Get our next naval invasion set. We want this airfield. We want both of these ports. And then we want this one as well. Uh-oh. Guess it's saving. And at some point, those will be ready to launch. Alright. Contact line up north. Behind this mountain. Terrible. Yeah, you just have to fight through mountains the whole way up here. In the snow, too. Pretty much the worst thing I could think of is fighting in the snow. That's like my ultimate nightmare. Jungle, leeches, humidity, malaria. I'm fine with that. That's stuff I'm used to. Give me that all day. Snow? Hell nah. Like y'all messed up if y'all put me in the snow. Y'all got me in the wrong spot. Be like 20 times less effective. Get a huge debuff in the snow. Alright, we're going for the elimination on this bigger pocket while they push out. I really don't care if they try and run away. Alright, we're going to use him to freeze those forces. And we're going to have this one provide support. Alright, we've taken more airfields. Looks like we are approaching Antioch again. I think it's right down here, right? See, I'm learning some stuff. Where things are on the map. That's crazy. Looks like we actually pushed forward. Yep, so we pushed back to where our original line was. And we're still losing vessels there. Which I'm actually okay with. Not like the end of the world. And we're going to go for the double elimination. All right, cool. Yeah, and then we'll have to take out Cyprus, whatever, Crete, I bet. Yep. Sicily, and all these other islands. And we'll come in. We're actually going to invade, like, in World War II through Sicily. That is the plan of attack. And yeah, they are pushing us back a little bit here, but this is some madness. I think I just want to refresh this line. I don't know what's happening because of the mountain. I see what happened. There's a mountain. We got too far and it split our forces. So these 10. I'm actually going to come with these 10 up here in these mountains. Let's see if I can recruit anything right now that would help. Is these. We're going to deploy full stack. Yep. So he's an infantry expert. And he's also going to be an ambusher. We'll go ahead and assign this guy. I don't see any other infantry experts other than this really promoted one. We'll get him in charge. We're going to send him across the ocean as well. He's also going to go help up at this northern flank. While we get units up there, I'm not going to move anything. I'll let everything collapse back. United States and Fiji are defending. Ooh, we got an encirclement here. Let's go ahead and get that elimination. Can I break this up? And shrink this? If I attack here. Then we can just pressure through. An encirclement. He's basically sinking troops. All right, that's their last port in the Black Sea region. Okay. Let's see here. So we naval invaded. This was successful. Was also successful. We need to island hop to here. I think that clears out the Caribbean. Looks like the last couple places, right? Alright, so we're gonna go from here to there. That's an active order. We'll go from here to this airbase. Make that an active order. And same deal. We'll get those all cleared out. Why are these not included in the naval invasion order? Everyone must be included. Okay. And Asia Command is... Can I run through here with them? If so, they need to join a front line. Looks like they can. They're not incapable of moving. They're just really far away from being able to get support. Okay. Let's see what their path is to get here. First off, get into our territory. That's mission number 1 for y'all. If you can. They might not be able to. I think they may be just trapped. That's wild. Alright. So here, looks like they have a full carrier fleet. Alright, we're gonna take these and just sweep through. See what we can wrap up. And clashes over an airfields, like 3 airfields here in this pocket. It's a wild, wild looking area. And that's easy eliminations as well. Alright, so we're gonna take them, push down into there. They're gonna go through that and sweep. We wrap all that up. And this looks like it was broke through. Yeah, there's just too much attacking
There would have to be. I'd have to have too many units up here probably to kill these. So I assume I'm gonna have to wait for the Marines to finish up here. Yeah, we wrapped that up already. We get this last airfield. Ooh. What in the world? No. Go ahead and just withdraw. Just back yourselves out of that. You're gonna get... We're gonna encircle this. Not letting that happen. Let's go ahead and attack right here at this gap. Cut them off and kill off whatever was there. Ain't no chance. There we go. Get back in there. Get that deleted. Eliminate some of these IFVs. Alright, so we just got future air-to-air, so we can't upgrade our airs. Oh wow, that's naval weapons. Yeah, so we can upgrade our air superiority fighters now. Alright. And probably getting pushed back a little bit. I would expect it. Looks like all our Marines have made it to the mountains. This should walk back quickly. Place I'm scared to look at. Oh god. Let's split all this. Run these. Nope. Run these through here. Yeah, it's a tough one to hit. Alright, what are we looking at? Okay, so we just still have air superiority there. It's just really weak. En route to the target. Yeah. We're taking air superiority fighters. Moving in here. And we're going for it. We're going for the big cheese. Okay. Yeah, so we have a couple infantry that have actually made it into the location. We just want to push this way right now. We want to clean up our coast. Don't like all that fanciness.
Yeah. Yep. So we do have a spearhead. Yeah, it looks like we lost the initiative we had. These special forces units. All right, let's hold up. Let's hold the phone. I'm gonna push this airport here. Yeah, let's see if we can get to air superiority up here. Even though we have no supplies, I bet. Yeah, it's broken, our supply line right here. That needs to be a 6. And then, yeah, this is just pretty terrible all around. Kind of like just fighting for a life up in the north. There's snow everywhere. You can't do anything. How are Marine divisions holding up? See these guys getting up here through the north, so they're actually going to make it eventually. Marines. Okay, so they eliminated that pocket. Ooh. Okay. Can we clear? Can we do the work necessary? Probably not. So let's get these over here to the Greek Peninsula area and put them on the line and use them to eliminate through force. That'll clean up our southern flank once we get our naval invasions done. Looks like we're holding, which is a good delay. These took place already. That's good. Let's go ahead and delete all that. Like everyone finished their order up, so our order of business is to do the naval invasion here. And do they have a port even? They do have a port. And let's see. Are there any islands? Of course. I forgot about these by Argentina. What was that? It was like a war. It was a whole war Britain fought in like the 80s or something, right? I don't remember when that was. But anyway,
We've got more plans for invasions down south. Looks like we cleaned up the Caribbean, though, for the most part. This is the last thing that's a problem. Then we have all these islands off the main proper coast of Europe. And we'll start working on there. And we're going to island hop first to here. And then we're going to go for the invasion on Spain. That is going to be the path to victory for us. Production-wise, we haven't really lost. We're kind of catching back up. We're still not as bad as we were at the end of the Russian war. Attack helis were terrible in transport. They're bad. These, not great. These also not great. All right. We should start seeing their ships, though, run into issues. Just by virtue of the fact that they've lost naval yards to repair at. And Turkey is ours again. And it looks like all these guys have realized they are in some sort of meat grinder. Oh. A vehicle. Alright, well, you know what we can do to make this hilarious? Send IFVs up from one flank to the other. And just close off another encirclement on them. Yeah. It's gonna be rough. That looks like they're trying to do the same thing. It's gonna be the key moment is whether or not right here, if we can penetrate through this line. Which it does not look like we can. So it does look like they are having to reinforce this. Ooh. Kind of an interesting moment. If we jump this guy. Yeah, they have terrible supply. We are forcing that line back. We do have our Marine divisions here now. So we're going to be able to eliminate all these units. Even though they do have supply and everything. Here we did push the line. We are going to lose those guys, though, it looks like. Unless we can push that unit out. Which it looks like we did. So that's a huge fight. This isn't great. I don't like this.
We have too many units trapped up here. With no or limited supply. Why are you going the other way? Can you not? This is really annoying. Alright, so we got an encirclement here finally. That's crazy how annoying that is. The freaking mountains, man. Can you not eliminate them? Just send everyone in for the attack. They have no supply. That's wild. Alright, what do we have here? They need to go down and just eliminate this while they can. Oh, the airfield problem. Okay, did we cut the supply for this finally? Alright, well, I gotta stop this episode. I didn't realize I'd been fighting this long. No. You guys. What are you doing? Go attack. And hit this on the way. What are we doing, guys? Really dumb. Alright, yeah, I gotta stop this here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode.